So guess what happened today? It's not the thing I really want to talk about, because the thing that's on my mind, honestly, is, frankly, the facts and information about the U.S.-Mexico border. But that's not the big news that happened today. You know what happened today? A Republican conservative president passed restrictive gun regulation here in America. Today, the bump stock ban goes into effect, put into place by Donald Trump. I'm not a big fan of his, but let's give credit where credit is due. Good. Good fucking start. I mean, let's be honest. You can't be pro-life and be talking about, being pro-death. You're for children being born, but you're also for them being murdered by guns. That's the problem. Anyway, like I said, not the topic I'm going to go on and on about at length. Just a fun thing that happened today. I'll probably talk about that later. Or maybe we'll talk about it. I gotta run a food up. I mean, it has been entertaining being on the internet, watching conservative Republicans' heads practically explode, trying to explain how a Republican is more restrictive about gun rights. Trump is now more restrictive about gun regulation than Obama was. Process that one. Oh man, watching the conservative heads explode online trying to defend this shit. Democrats are having a hilarious fucking laugh over this because this is smart regulation about guns. No, this is not a fucking accessory that anybody needs to own. Yes, they should be banned. And a Republican president agreed. Now, I'm glad that he's finally decided to do something that isn't being an outright dick about things, but at the same time, it's about time they did something, right? And look, I don't like to identify as a Republican or a Democrat or any of those. I identify as me. I vote for what seems like the best thing for the group as a whole. In that regard, I am a community-minded socialist. Not a Marxist. Before all you people start flipping out like old flag waving, oh, patriotism! No, you're a national bitch. Stop acting like an asshole because you don't know what words are. Conversation I had earlier with somebody where they were talking about socialism, and I pointed out that they're referring to Marxism, not socialism, and they tried to say it's the same thing. It's not. Saying that Marxism is socialism is saying like a car is a Ford, or an eagle, or a bird is an eagle. It's backwards. Marxism is a specific totalitarian version of socialism, where the power over control of production is with the government, not with the people. The governing body gets to make those choices. That's not socialism. That's Marxism. That's communism with a twist. An authoritarian twist. More deliveries. Authoritarianism is always a bad idea. Marx saw his variation on socialism as the natural conclusion of capitalism and socialism, or capitalism and communism. That communism was only a transitory, temporary position between the fall of capitalism and the realization of his variation of socialism. He was a smart guy, but at the same time, he was fucking wildly inaccurate about his fucking statements. There's... What are we doing, man? Any fucking time you want to take your turn around the corner. Do they not know how to drive in North Carolina? Come on. Wow. This guy is doing 15 miles an hour up High Street. It's a little aggravating. Bloody dipshits all over this fucking town. So, as of today, a Democratic Republican president is a democratically elected conservative Republican president is more restrictive about gun regulation than the Democratic president who was just in office. It's not the way shit usually works. The idea of a Republican president restricting rights is historically just weird. There's no precedent for it. At least not since the party split positions back, in like the 50s and 60s. During the civil rights era, that shit got really fucking hairy. You couldn't tell who was who. Go back and read some fucking history. Everybody's always talking about, oh yeah, well the Democrats started the KKK. Not exactly. The Democrats that you know today were not the Democrats 100 years ago. It's a completely different party. That was the Republican Party. But the name was different. They flipped the switch back when the civil rights era occurred, and there's... Even 60 years of fucking history between that switch. Every time people were trying to push something through on the Democrat side, like this is a good idea, it'll benefit everybody, eventually somebody's going to come along and try and make the horseshit statement that the Democrats started the KKK. And that's how people believe that Marxism is the same thing as socialism, because you fucking monkeys are so easily fucking manipulated. I swear to fucking God. Watching conservatives talking about their gun rights while at the same time trying to defend Trump is the weirdest looking shit ever. Just ever. Because you got people where they're like, Trump can commit no wrong, or there's no collusion, or this, or that, and at the same time have to say that they disagree with him taking away their fucking thing that turns their semi-automatic weapon into a fully automatic with absolutely no accuracy. So, pump stocks are illegal. Turn them in. And a bunch of people were like, oh, I lost money in a boating accident. It's going to be funny. That doesn't work, right? You say you don't have it, and then it turns out you do have it. That's possession of an illegal weapon. You know a weapon's not illegal? Flamethrowers. Don't waste your time with all this fucking gun rights bullshit. Get yourself a flamethrower.